What are you two back with another video, bro? Y'all, today we got this video with Charlie Kirk and this student that he was having a debate with, y'all. And I think that he was talking about a little stuff that conspiracies that's been happening in the United States, which honestly I kind of agree with the college student. And honestly, I think this is one of them debates that I ain't never seen Charlie actually lose for real. This is one of them debates I actually feel like he actually lost this time. Like, damn, a debate that you actually see Charlie Kirk lose is crazy, because the shit that this college student was saying, he was actually on point with it. I can't even lie to you. I gotta give him the respect for it, because the shit he know and the stuff that Charlie didn't know, and the fact that he found out and he was notified, because like this was actually made a week before Charlie got killed. So let's start there. So for real, let me go get into this video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe down below. We know what y'all want to see next, bro. We don't always have these videos dropping every week, and make sure like I always tell y'all, bro, stay tuned. Every time, I'm on. Ooh-wee.
Look at our government in Hollywood, who's run by Jews. This trafficking, the Jews run this trafficking. There itself, Charlie. Donald Trump himself.
But it's easy to say they run the Jews. Oh, the Jews run everything. If the Jews run everything, why is there so much anti-Semitism?
Because anti-Semitism is a construct created by the New World Order agenda that is being pushed onto us.
You know, so Jews, it's kind of like global warming. And your theory is very similar to global warming. If it gets warmer, it's global warming. If it gets cooler, it's global warming. If there's anti-Semitism, it's the Jews. If there's no anti-Semitism, it's the Jews. We send money to Hamas, it's the Jews. We send money to Israel, it's the Jews. So at some point you have to tell me, like, they basically control everything, whether it hurts them or it helps them. Is that correct?
Israel wants the New World Order. They're the synagogue of Satan. It says so in Revelation, Charlie.
You think
the synagogue
Israel
of Satan.
Is the synagogue
the
of
synagogue
Satan?
of Satan.
Okay, actually, it doesn't say that.
In the Bible, it says that there will be a group of people who call themselves the chosen people of Yah, but they are the synagogue of Satan. Charlie, we live in the end times. Trump works
I mean, I can't agree with that. So let me ask you, since you believe we live in the end times, what do you think? Do you think the modern creation of Israel is fulfillment of biblical prophecy?
It is not.
Okay, then we disagree. Then what do you think it is?
It is a satanic agenda to push a new world order. That's why they were fought in the 1940s. World War II was fought not over what everyone thought it was fought of. Every war is fought by, it is funded by the rich, the Rockefellers, all the rich, the Rothschilds.
Okay, so yeah, let me ask you a question.
They funded all those
Was
wars.
Hitler bad?
I think Hitler was bad, yes. Hitler was bad, yes. But
did the Holocaust happen?
The Holocaust did happen.
How many people died?
Not 6 million.
How many?
It was not 6 million.
Many?
I don't have an exact number, Charlie.
Yes.
I don't have an exact number. It wasn't
Okay, but you
6
said it's
million.
not 6 million. You must have an alternative. How do you know it's not 6 million?
Because there wasn't even 6 million Jews in Germany.
Okay, well, I mean, you tell expert how many people died.
Charlie, what books were they burning? What books were they burning? The Talmud.
Well,
they kicked a Rothschild out of the Berlin Bank.
So, okay, I mean, was Hitler justified in his critique of Judaism?
I don't think he went about it the right way. I think he was wrong by killing people.
So Hitler just implemented it wrong.
So I'm not justifying Hitler. I do not support Hitler.
You know you're losing the debate when you have
genocide,
to insert that in.
No,
I'm not justifying Hitler.
No, because the genocide of anyone is not okay. The genocide of anyone, even Palestinians, the genocide of innocent children in Palestine is not okay.
I'm glad you say it's a genocide.
But here's the problem. The reason why Jews have been run out of 109 countries throughout history is because every time they get into a country, they try and take it over. In Nazi Germany, again, they were having transgender surgeries, underground transgender surgeries. They were promoting homosexuality in schools. They were literally preaching a pagan way of life.
Wait, so who was Mengele?
I don't know who Mengele is.
You don't know Mengele? Mengele was the Nazi doctor who actually was the one that was performing so many of these surgeries. It wasn't the Jews alone that were doing this. The Nazis themselves were doing these horrific surgeries. Now, let me just kind of pause.
How do they know all these?
You believe that the Jews run the American government.
It's not a secret, Charlie.
Well, no, I find it hilarious that
all of Trump's cabinet is Jewish.
Well, hold on. Trump's whole cabinet. J.D.
They have
Vance
Jewish connections. They're married to a Jew.
J.D.
Jewish
Vance is
descent.
Catholic. Tulsi Gabbard is Hindu.
Jewish. They all have Jewish connections.
But you just
every single person
they were all Jewish. Christy Nome is an evangelical
They've converted
Christian.
to Judaism or Catholicism. They all have an AIPAC advisor. Not a single person in Congress can make a decision without asking their Israeli Jewish AIPAC advisor if it's okay to say.
Entire list.
Israel did 9/11, Charlie.
Thank you.
They did.
Why are we in the Middle? I served. Why were we in the Middle East?
Well, I mean,
Why were we in the Middle East?
You can reject involvement in the Middle East without also believing Israel did 9/11. So if Israel did 9/11, help me understand this. Who were the hijackers of the planes?
They weren't hijackers.
Oh, okay.
CIA and Israel worked together.
No. Explain to me what happened on the aircraft.
Okay, first off, what we have to understand, there's only one plane that actually crashed.
No, there were three.
No, the building's imploded.
Okay,
if a plane's going to hit a building, why would the building fall down?
Time out. Flight 93, did it exist?
Flight 93 existed, yes.
Okay, so who tried to hijack that plane?
They sacrificed those people to make it look like Bush was targeted because they wanted to cover up Bush's involvement. He just happened to be in Texas reading a book to elementary kids, and they were reading a sign on a whiteboard
let me say
that talked about towers falling, Charlie.
Anti-Semitism.
We've been lied to since the beginning of this country. Jews, Freemasons, all of it's a satanic agenda. Israel is the synagogue of Satan. They're killing innocent people in Palestine over the guise of sovereignty. New World Order is coming, Charlie.
Guys, let me tell you. Anti-Semitism is literally a brain cancer, as you can see.
How is this anti-Semitic, Charlie? How is it anti-Semitic?
How is it anti-Semitic?
How am I hitting on Jews when I'm saying that
you keep interrupting me. Israel did 9/11 is a rather anti-Semitic thing to say. Explain to me Flight 93 and the families aboard that lost their loved ones. Who actually was the hijacker? Was it a Mossad agent?
No.
Okay, who was it?
The government put them there.
No, who was it?
They crashed the plane intentionally to make it look like George W. Bush was targeted.
Who was the hijacker? No, this is important. They can never answer this question. Who was the hijacker?
They didn't have real hijackers, Charlie. They were plants.
Okay. So when
They were plants. CIA, Mossad created
So when
Hamas.
they got the black box, of course, it was all just like a conspiracy.
Just like they found the passport miraculously 2 miles down from the crash site in
I'm sorry,
New York.
what?
They just happened to find one of the hijackers' passports laying on the ground 2 miles away from the crash site in New York. It just happened to be there. They just walked up and found it. They just randomly happened to find a
familiar with that
passport.
piece
Look
of
it
data.
up. Look up the passport.
Look, here, there's so much wrong with your worldview, but the biggest problem with your worldview is this, is that you are looking to other people to blame for all of our problems, especially a small group of people, albeit flawed. Every group is flawed. I'm not going to defend everything that every group has ever done. But I find it to be rather insidious and very treacherous. Because you're going out of your way to try to create this big web of connections, and it's the Jews, and it's the Jews, and it's the Jews, and why are people overweight? Well, it's because of the Jews, and why are people sad? Because it's the Jews.
I never said that.
No, you're heavily inferring that every problem imaginable is the Jews.
I did not say every problem.
Well, I mean, he basically did, everybody, right?
The problems within government. The problems within government, yes.
But it does beg the question, though, which is that your obsession with this group of people is.
Yeah, I mean, not that. It's just Charlie not understanding the shit he was saying. But I hope y'all like to comment on this video, bro. Let me know what y'all want to see next. And we're going to always post more of these videos every week, bro. And you already know, stay safe, stay warm, stay sexy, and we gone.